fake. You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money. Got them signed up pickup trucks whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long. Bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight. Straight out of moonlight. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is bouncing for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Monarchs going up against the Beats. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the London Monarchs and the Brooklyn Beats. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Taken in at the 22. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing left side, it's complete. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Bulldozes past him. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And they'll go on the ground. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And on now is the punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 7. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now back out comes the offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
So let me make sure I have this right. He's already found the end zone once, and now he's ripped off a big chunk of yardage here on this one. His confidence is awfully high. So now I've got to put myself in the shoes of the defensive coordinator. Do I go ahead and sell out to try and stop him and force him to do something different? Or do I risk him having a big monster day against my defense?
Uh-oh, Charles, now you get to talk about your old spot, the secondary. Very key here in this one.
Yeah, you have to cut me off because, I'll talk about them all game long. Love to see those guys match up and challenge the best wide receivers.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Back to throw again. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Not a bad start for him. 2 drives for the offense, 2 rushing TDs.
Almost like he's in the percussion section in the band, isn't it? Got a little oomph, right? Got a little crash, got a little bang. He's got it all as he gets to the end zone. Second rushing touchdown, as you noted, on 2 drives. He's off to a terrific start.
Okay, you ready? Wait for it. But set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And now for the first time, we get a look at this defense that was very stout last week.
And all they expect to do is continue what they did a week ago. Play terrific defense and not permit that offense to get started.
Second down now after the incompletion.
Here we go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Ohio, flex round. Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Able to pull off the hurdle. Not a ton there on the back end, but a nice move and a good game.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he motions the wide receiver. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 20. Touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. To throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive. And
we'll see if they can do just that. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And this is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some block.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! No, check, Patriot!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Black 99 Philly, here we go! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. 23 yards on the play. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Back to throw here. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Their big tight end, his first touchdown on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now back out comes the offense. They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And it's up and good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to take over again. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they gave it a shot, quarterback sneak, not able to get it.
No, but if you're going to call a QB sneak on 3rd down, you draw it up to get it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Maybe they were thinking 4th down territory.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on a quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. One receiver left, 3 to the right.
Here we go!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They come out here in the eye. They'll set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A big-time sack there on 4th down. In there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And here now the offense heading back out there. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. To throw here on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. In a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right.
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board. Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this one is right through. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken way up by the 25. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Oh, Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give them the first down.
Really good, solid run right there, and they did it from a 4 wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, They used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now they use 4 receivers on the field to spread things out, give them more running lanes and more options, and also it usually takes the bigger defenders off the field, makes the defense lighter and easier to run against.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they'll run it here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it's the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They come out here in the eye.
Here we go. Here we go.
1st and goal here from the 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They'll set up a throw. He's got time in the pocket. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. 10 yards to go on 3rd. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now back out comes the offense. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Time running out here on the play clock. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Red zone opportunity.
Hurry up, here we go. 51 on the play, boys, 51. Hey, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end right. Tight end right. Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Give him 9 on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And this offense continues to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
They come up in an offset eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Wow. That one took some guts. If this doesn't work, you're handing them incredible field position, but this head coach is undaunted, and he makes the call to go for it, and I'll be darned if they don't get the first down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The big fella. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They come out here in the eye. And on the ground they go with the running back. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Play clock winding down. Back to throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And again this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game. They want to keep it going.
He's got a man that's caught left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, They're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there? And that's run the football.
No gain on the play there, second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Their big tight end with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And this offense is running away with this one. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They come out here in the I. They go back to the air here after the INT. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Let's go.
And they'll go on the ground. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. The play clock's running down. They come up in an offset I. They'll drop the throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And a cut to the sideline. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 there. And it's good enough for a first down.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can...
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to go for a big... And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And sometimes when you're watching a game, you can actually see drills in effect during a ball game. And what I saw there was what running backs call the gauntlet drill. We have to go through a series of defenders. We're going to hit them, poke at the football, make them bounce, spin, dig for extra yardage, the whole deal. And we saw it there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Oh, up and over. And here now the offense heading back out there. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 19...
Touchdown! A great effort there. Finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And they went big on first down, proves unfruitful.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
They come up in an offset eye. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Backing up. He's going to go up. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
Now back to throw. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
We've got a 3rd and 11.
Hey, tight left. Alert! All right, here we go. Boom, landed!
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to look deep down the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for the touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Finding time. He's going to let it go again. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that +3.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Gun.
And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that enables them to also pick up the first. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Hey, we got 3 down. Hurry up, here we go. Right here, guys. Mike.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Man left. Hurry up, here we go. Detroit. All right, here we go. Green.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He's had a big game tonight. While no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down, and they convert another one right here to move the chains.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout.